The diner smelled like grease and coffee, the air thick with the sound of forks clinking against plates and the low hum of conversation. I wiped my hands on my apron, glancing up as the door chimed. 3 people stepped inside, Chloe, Stephanie, and Ella. For a second, I just stared. It had been years. Years since I last saw Chloe's face outside of the fake smiles she posted online, years since Stephanie and Ella had whispered behind my back before vanishing from my life. And now, here they were, standing in the doorway of my diner like ghosts from a past I thought I'd buried. Chloe's eyes scanned the place, her lips pressed into a tight line. She looked different. Older. Tired. I almost laughed at the way she hesitated, like she wasn't sure I'd recognize her. Oh, I recognized her. The question was, why the hell was she here? Stephanie nudged her forward, and finally, Chloe walked up to the counter. "Hey, Mike," she said, her voice too soft, too careful. "Can we talk?" I felt my jaw tighten. I had customers. Orders to take. A life to live that didn't include any of them. But still, I leaned against the counter, crossing my arms. Talk about what? Chloe hesitated, exchanging a glance with Stephanie and Ella. "Can we sit?" she asked. I exhaled through my nose, then jerked my head toward a booth in the corner. They slid in, whispering to each other while I grabbed a coffee pot and walked over. I poured them each a cup before dropping into the seat across from them. "All right," I said. "Talk." Chloe wrapped her hands around her cup, like she was searching for warmth. "I know this is unexpected," she began. "But we need your help." I barked out a laugh before I could stop myself. "My help? That's rich." Stephanie bristled. "This isn't a joke, Mike." "Then get to the point," I shot back. Ella leaned forward, lowering her voice. Our business, Chloe's business, it's in trouble. It collapsed. We lost everything." For a moment, the words didn't register. Then, I blinked, staring at them. "And?" Chloe looked at me, her eyes wide, pleading. "We don't have anywhere else to go." I let that sit for a second. Let them feel the weight of it. "You came to me," I said slowly, "after all these years. After everything. And you want what? A handout?" Chloe flinched. Stephanie straightened her back. "We just need a little help, Mike. Just enough to get back on our feet." I leaned back, rubbing my jaw. "You remember what it felt like?" I asked. "When I had nothing? When I was the one standing in front of you, asking for help? What did you do?" Chloe swallowed. "You turned your back," I answered for them. "You walked away. Left me in the dirt without so much as a second thought." Ella shifted uncomfortably. "That was years ago." "Yeah," I said. "It was." I stood up, pulling my wallet from my pocket. They watched as I slid out a single bill and laid it on the table. $73.50. "That's all you get," I said. Chloe stared at it like it was a slap to the face. Stephanie's lips parted. "Mike." I cut her off with a look. "That's $73.50 more than you ever gave me," I said. "Take it or leave it." Then I turned and walked away, leaving them sitting there, stunned, as the diner bustled around us. The diner was quiet by the time they left. I didn't watch them go. Didn't care where they went or what they did with the money. That $73.50 was the last thing they'd ever get from me. I busied myself wiping down the counter, the motion steady, familiar. The weight in my chest was still there, but lighter now, like I had finally pulled a splinter free. Sienna walked in as I was finishing up, shrugging off her coat. She was a steady presence in my life, a force that grounded me. She glanced at me, eyes sharp. "You good?" I hesitated, then nodded. "Yeah." She didn't push, just took a seat at the counter, pulling out a stack of papers to grade. That was what I loved about her. She never pried, never demanded more than I was ready to give. After locking up, we drove home together. The kids were already in bed, their laughter from earlier still lingering in the air. We ate leftovers in the dimly lit kitchen, the quiet between us comfortable. They came to the diner today, I finally said. Sienna didn't look up from her papers. Chloe. Yeah. And the others. She flipped a page, underlining something with her red pen. What did they want? I leaned back in my chair, exhaling. Money. Help. Said they had nothing. Sienna hummed. And what did you do? Gave them $73.50. That made her pause. She looked up, a small, knowing smile tugging at her lips. $73.50. Yeah. She set her pen down, studying me. And how do you feel? I thought about it. The way Chloe's face had fallen, the way Stephanie had clenched her jaw, the way Ella had looked away. The way I had walked back behind my counter, free. Like I finally closed the door. Sienna nodded. Good. She didn't need to say more. She understood. That night, as I lay in bed, I stared at the ceiling, replaying it all. Chloe's voice, the pleading in her eyes. The weight of their regret crashing too little, too late. But mostly, I thought about Sienna. About our kids. About the life I had built without them. I had won, not by getting revenge, but by moving on. Sleep came easily. And when I woke up the next morning, they were nothing more than ghosts left in yesterday. Weeks passed, and life settled back into its rhythm. The diners were steady, customers coming and going, their faces familiar. Sienna graded papers at the kitchen table while the kids ran wild in the backyard. And Chloe? Stephanie? Ella? Nothing. Not a call. Not an email. Not even a whisper on LinkedIn. They were gone. Really gone. And with every passing day, I felt it more, a quiet that settled in my bones, like a storm that had finally passed. No more looking over my shoulder, no more waiting for the next plea or accusation. One evening, I stood in the kitchen, stirring a pot of chili, the rich smell filling the air. Sienna glanced up from her papers, her glasses slipping down her nose. Smells good, she said with a small smile. Better be, I shot back. She laughed, soft and easy, and I found myself grinning. The kids burst in from outside, our son waving a muddy stick, our daughter yelling about a bug she had found. Both of you, wash up. I barked, pointing to the sink. They groaned but obeyed, splashing water everywhere. It was chaos, loud and messy, but it was ours. And with each moment, Chloe's face, her crocodile tears, faded a little more. Underscore 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 underscore. Work was good, too. I bounced between the diners, checking stock, flipping burgers, joking with the waitresses. The regulars knew me now, old Tom with his coffee, the trucker who tipped big, the lady who always asked for extra napkins. Hey, Mike, they'd say. And I'd nod back, feeling, for the first time in a long time, like I belonged. One morning, Jacqueline stopped by. Her tattoos had faded, but her glare was just as sharp. She looked around the diner, then at me. You didn't screw it up, she muttered. Then she clapped me on the shoulder and left. High praise. I laughed to myself, pouring coffee for a table. Once, I would have checked on Chloe. Searched her name, scrolled through her social media, just to see. Not anymore. She was out there somewhere, living whatever life she'd made after her business tanked and her marriage crumbled. Maybe Stephanie and Ella were still mad at her. Maybe they still blamed her. Didn't matter. They had come begging, and I had shut the door. $73.50. Just enough to walk away. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel guilty. I felt free. Underscore 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 underscore. That weekend, Sienna and I took the kids to the park. The leaves crunched under our boots, the air crisp with the start of fall. Our son ran ahead, kicking a ball. Our daughter clung to my hand, pointing at every squirrel. Sienna walked beside me, her arm brushing mine. We didn't say much, just watched, breathed, lived. For a second, I thought about Chloe. About her showing up, her voice cracking. And then, I let it go. She couldn't take this from me. Couldn't even come close. I had built this. Without her. And it was better than anything she'd ever offered. You're quiet, Sienna said, nudging me. Just happy, I replied. She squeezed my hand, knowing I meant it. Underscore 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 underscore. Back home, we ate the chili. Too spicy, the kids complained, but they shoveled it down anyway. I watched them bicker over the last dinner roll. Sienna rolled her eyes at their noise. This was it. The best revenge, if you could even call it that, wasn't some big fight. It wasn't rubbing it in their faces. It was this. Living well. Living real. Chloe had wanted me to break, to crawl back. I hadn't. I had walked away. And every step had been mine. Every piece of this life earned. They had lost, not because I beat them. But because I had stopped playing their game. The days kept rolling forward. School runs, diner shifts, quiet nights with Sienna on the couch. Life was steady, simple, mine. And I didn't look back. Didn't need to. Chloe was just a memory now, a shadow that couldn't touch me anymore. Sometimes, I'd catch a flicker of her, her smirk, her tears, but it never stuck. I'd turn up the radio, flip a burger, hug my daughter. And she'd fade. Underscore 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 underscore. The diners thrived. The kids grew. Sienna and I argued over dumb stuff, whose turn it was to mow the lawn, whether the kids should get a dog. It was messy. It was loud. It was perfect. Some mornings, I'd wake up early, make coffee, stand in the kitchen looking out at the yard. And I'd feel it. Peace. Deep and steady. Underscore 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 underscore. One night, after the kids were in bed, I sat on the porch, a beer in my hand, the night air cool against my skin. Sienna came out, wrapped in a blanket, and sat beside me. "What's on your mind?" she asked, her voice soft. I took a sip, staring at the stars. "Nothing," I said. Then I smiled. "Everything." She leaned her head on my shoulder, and we sat there, quiet together. Chloe was gone. Really gone. And I was here. Whole. The best revenge wasn't revenge at all. It was this. Right now. A life so good, I didn't need to prove anything. I had made it. And that was enough.